Hello, hello, hello. It's time for more 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. We approach the end of the story mode. We have 2 characters, if I recall correctly, yet to complete. Renya Goto and Takatoshi Hijiyama. If I am remembering that correctly, we will likely reach the end of the story today. We'll understand everything that happened before the final battle. It won't be the end, but simply the beginning. However, we've already seen the start of the final battle, and we are now within the last 14 hours. Holding off until the satellite fully orbits Earth, allowing the connection to be re-established, and for Operation Aegis to complete. So, without further ado, let's begin. Oh, I didn't time the thing. Dang it, I totally forgot to do that. I forgot to time it so that it became clear when I shifted over. Oh well. Ah well. As per usual, we shall begin with a battle. Himawari Ward, Battle 2. Wait, I got an S on this one. Did I complete the bonus objectives? I remember specifically saying I'm going to need to come back for it. I did. Okay, with Hamburger. Okay, here we go. Hinanome and Goto. Hinanome, Goto, Maguchi, and then I suppose we can get you 3, right? Just making sure. Yep. And then 1, 2, 3. We're good. Here's ground kaiju. Let's not have Omiguchi. Let's go... I don't know, they're both level 24. Let's go with Sekigahara. I would like to check a few things before we begin. Oh, that's right, you have everything now. Shinonome. I forgot you have that. That's quite nice. We'll definitely be trying to use that, I think. You have almost everything maxed out. I believe all of you have your main railgun set to 5, yep. All the cannons at 4, okay. +4 and everything. +4 on all weapons. +4 on all weapons. You're the only one without +4. Any other items to unlock? I don't think there is. Does not look like there is. I think it's time we up this up to level 7. I don't exactly think there's going to be much we can really do. Modified condenser extends the Demolisher Blade's range and number of attacks. Okay, I like that. You unlock the composite ceramic armor. Yes, that's right. Such a good thing. Guardian Avenger places Guardian at a target area, acts as a decoy, and violently explodes when destroyed. Instead of just a standard Guardian, I'm assuming. Jammer rocket launchers, You have a Guardian Avenger and a Hyper Condenser. Allows for 2 sentry guns. You don't get anything until level 8. You also do not get anything until level 8. Allows for 2 consecutive railgun shots. Costs 100 EP more. I'm interested. A lot of these will take a lot, so I'm not going to get anything. Allows for 4 more interceptor units. Unleashes a swarm of drones that fire on kaiju and ignore armor. You have the same, and you have the composite ceramic armor. You get interceptors and the hyper condenser. You get interceptors and nothing else. Okay, so not much that we can do right now with just 9,000, but a lot of stuff to look forward to. Horde of various ground kaiju will appear. We got a lot of AoE and a lot of long-range stuff. So I think we're set to start. Let's begin. Okay, so let's see. Let's start by looking for some of these guys. All G-Molars. A drum mine. A bunch of twin tails. Of course, a gladiator. A high quad. The gladiator, a bunch of twin tails. Another drum mine. A bunch of G-Molars. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay. So, if we can let the G-Molars approach, that would be great. And Shinonome. You don't have anything, I see. It's maybe a little more difficult. Probably should grab another... I don't know, but I couldn't grab the full set without him, so... Shinonome probably needs to have something like a Guardian in her set soon. Okay, this Hunter missile can't get anything. Wide range bombardment isn't going to get much either. It's as far as you can go. Okay.
Let's do this.
In that case, I want to start sending you down here. And I want to start sending you, not perfectly horizontal. We know that that's how that's going to end. Let's do long-range missiles. I want to get rid of these twin tails. Get all these twin tails. Oh, I just realized that if I had used Muta first and then Minami, it would have worked so much better. Oh.
What's the plan?
Okay, I need you.
Don't waste any chances. What's the plan?
To actually get a bit closer to the drum mines. So I want you to come out like here.
I'll take them down quick.
And then same with you. I want you to go out to about here. Okay.
What's the plan?
Yep, you're good. Okay, now it might be better for me to go and do it like this. There we go. Bonk you right into there.
That work?
To an extent.
I can help.
Those missiles worry me. We can take care of them through other means, I think. Yeah, let's take care of them with this.
What's the situation?
We don't have anything there for the moment.
Always think ahead.
Now we can do leg spikes right onto the high quad.
Done. That easy.
Okay. What's the plan?
We can go with quad leg spikes on this gladiator.
That do it?
They're after me.
I'll just...
Yeah, that worked well. I don't really know where we can use a lot. Okay, you wait.
What to do? What to do?
Is that a... That is. Wonderful. Great. Wonderful. I want to move as far as we can so we can get the maximum bonus from warming up.
Get it! Take that!
My turn now.
We gotta get rid of this gladiator.
Did that do it?
I can help.
I'll do 300. Nothing else will do it. Oh, well, this will do a pretty decent chunk. Can't get a back attack, but I can at least hit you twice.
Take them all. Got that attack landed.
I won't back down.
That won't get them all. Wait for like half a second. Okay.
Stay close. Remember your training.
Oh my gosh, there's so many of them. Okay.
I won't back down.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay, now we can go and do the multi-lock missiles over here and try and get rid of some of these twin tails.
Here you go.
Where are they?
Okay, I want you to
I
move
won't back down.
like literally that far forward.
My turn now.
We're gonna get you a rush attack and we're gonna go here.
You are done.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Number 9,000. Commence movement.
Let's go with leg spikes once more. Where's... That's a back attack, okay. Wait, no, no, it's not. Ugh.
Good. They're going for me.
Hello? I just saw myself disappear. Hold on. According to this, I'm... Hello? Where am I? Why? Hello? I realized that I had disappeared. I had no idea how far I was, but I had disappeared for a moment. That's quite odd. Let's fix things up just a bit here. I don't know what it was trying to track there. It's odd. Excuse me for 1 minute. Hello, I'm back. I apologize for leaving for so long. Something just really important had to get done. And I didn't think it would take that long, but... If you're gonna do something, you gotta make sure you gotta do it right, huh? Right? Okay. I apologize. But, let's head back into it. For VOD watchers, this will likely be edited out. So, if there's a sudden skip in soundtrack or recording or whatever, you know why. Okay. So what were we doing? What were we doing? What were we doing? Oh yes, now it's time for you to use the EMP stunner. When did you appear? Perfect, that'll get all of them. That's exactly what I want.
Don't move. A hit.
I need to think.
That's a bit worrying. But... maybe this will be better? No. No, it won't. I want the multi-rocket launchers. That's what I want.
Got that one.
That wasn't to take out the big guys, that was to deal with the little guys.
Pal. Here goes. That work?
Okay, and then there's Minami. There's that.
How's that?
Good.
I did it.
Enemy signals detected.
This thing moving.
Multi-lock missiles.
Through with me.
Oh, you're kidding. We're gonna EMP spikes.
Locked on. That easy. Target destroyed. Don't waste any chances. You're done. How was that?
That drum line wasn't gonna explode, but oh well.
Yuki-chan, you gotta step back.
Are you kidding me? What did you even get hit by? There's one singular twin tail.
Barely felt it.
Okay.
Stop worrying
Oh boy. That'll hit a lot of them. I need it to do this. How am I gonna get as much of these as I can? I think that's just gonna have to be the way that it is.
That work? Neutralized.
No fight I can't win. Get wrecked! Nice! You picked a fight with the wrong girl. It'll be okay. Definitely.
Another EMP stunner, it's looking like. And I'm thinking that's the option here.
Get it!
Stay on guard. How's this?
Ah.
This kind of damage wasn't in my projections.
I think you're done.
Ready to give up then? We can always call it here.
Apologies, Professor, but this game's not over yet.
I'll take them down quick.
I think it'd be best if we move. We cannot move. Wonderful.
I'll just... I need to think.
Okay. Excuse me, I gotta mute. Sorry. So you can't move.
I won't let you. I hit. I did it.
They're after me. What's our plan? Enemy threat range.
I think I caught the button in time. Hopefully. Here's through all four.
Take that! Enemy unit destroyed.
You're aiming here. Number 14 within enemy threat range.
Instant cooldown.
What's the plan?
I missed the button. I am so sorry. Ah, there we go. Scoot the button a little bit closer. It won't do anything to the gladiator.
Here goes. How was that? Next move. I'm in range.
It's not gonna do anything. Yeah.
That didn't do much.
Let's go, Nocturnal.
No, it did not.
Give up. Hit.
Still not quite enough.
Not throwing away my shot.
Well, this should at least take out one.
Confirmed. Did I get it? Threat suppressed.
Still not used to this thing.
Not far enough. I just need it against you.
Come on.
Give me one moment again. I apologize. Allergies.
You're stressed. I'll just...
Ah, I apologize. Okay, I think I cannot.
I can take them all. Attack landed. Enemy destroyed. More chumps incoming.
Heat signatures from above.
I'm gonna do it. it. Oh,
No room for hesitation.
there is not much more.
That work?
Not much more that we can do in terms of the other missiles.
Thanks. No fight I can't win.
We need to get rid of that gladiator. That'll do it.
Nice.
All the gladiators gone.
Stay on guard.
Within enemy threat range.
I specifically want the Apsos. That was not enough to destroy them.
What to do?
I don't want the long range. Oh, this is Minami, not Shinonami. Okay. Wide range rail gun. I need to step. I need to go into here. Yes.
How's that? I beat him. What's the situation?
Ugh. Really do not like this scenario.
I hit. I did it.
Enemy on the move.
That's not going to get much of anything. EMP stunner, on the other hand, will get me a pretty decent chunk.
Don't move. A hit. Don't let up.
What about the demolisher blade? That's even shorter. Okay, just get him with the rush attack.
Did that do it? Neutralized.
As long as I can keep this thing moving.
Blood spikes go right here. Ah, wasn't enough.
How's the sex life?
Within enemy threat range.
Oh, can I not? Okay, fine, we'll take this a different way. Dang it. And multi-lock missiles. Okay, no, the missile barrage, which is the same thing. I do not like where we are right now.
You're done. Good.
Not John.
Yeah.
You okay? Don't worry.
Oh boy.
John. I'm fine. You're a mess. We gotta get you out of here. Get you somewhere safe. I'm not going anywhere.
What's optimal? Now then.
You just need to move, my guy. You are not being helpful there.
Number 22. My turn. Advancing.
Ground multi-lock missile. Let's do this. Well, that did next to nothing.
My spirit's up.
Okay, how am I gonna do this? Probably something like this.
Give up. Hit. Yeah. Spirit's up. No fight I can't win. Enemy threat range.
I probably need to do leg spikes.
There you go. Nice. You're straight.
Next move.
Enemy threat range.
Get rid of these guys.
On. Good. Target destroyed.
Yeah, I probably need to do that.
Attack landed.
Going for me. Where are they?
EMP stunner gets rid of those. And then gets rid of a pretty decent chunk of those.
Did I get it?
Warning. Sentinel number 21. Status critical. Shit.
Damn, I know this one.
Don't let up.
One returned.
I mean, you're armored, I gotta do this. Still wasn't enough, though.
Okay, let's do this.
Yuki? Please don't die.
This
What
place.
to do?
I don't like that. I think I just need to start using EMP stunners with all of these guys.
Hold up! How's that?
Yuki-chan! Damn it! God damn it!
Okay. Top again. Same people, except Shinonome needs instead of cyber attack missiles, a Guardian Avenger. And then who were we looking at before? It was you. Sekigahara. And Okay, multi-lock missiles do like close to nothing, so we're gonna change that. Question is, what do we put? Probably anti-air defensive flares again. Put those back up. We'll do that. Can't do much else, but now we have 3 uses at least of the meta system.
The D-forces already have us surrounded. We're pulling out all the stops here, but still. You think we can last until tomorrow afternoon? I know we can. I won't give up. I'll find a way. You're right. No point waiting around and moping about it. If you want to win, you'll have to fight for it. And I'm not about to let you take the lead. I won't lose either. I'm not scared of them. Yeah? Atta girl.
Okay, let's kick butt.
What's this?
What's the plan?
Sekigahara, we yet again need you here. This was a fairly good placement for you.
We got a plan.
You need to start coming out here.
22.
Alexis is still not used to this thing.
You need to start coming out here.
What to do?
You're gonna wait.
Nope. I need to think.
Be prepared to hit that drum mine.
No room for hesitation.
Oh, you gotta sit there for half a second. There we go.
Let up. Within enemy threat range.
That was not in the direction that I wanted it.
How many left?
Gonna be okay. Definitely.
Not close enough yet. No, we want Miura first. Long-range missiles. Minami's long-range missiles. Pretty darn close.
What's optimal?
I'm gonna go with EMP spikes right here.
Good timing. That easy. That's that.
I'll just... destroy you. Got that attack landed. Goodbye.
Targeting this
Still not used to this thing.
Okay. Got quad leg spikes for the gladiator.
That do it?
Here goes.
Drop them.
My turn now.
That's not at all where I should be going. Should be going here. Doing something like this.
Detect neutralized. They're acting. Stay on guard.
From above.
We got leg spikes against... Which way are you facing, my guy? That way, okay.
I'm in range. Hit.
Long as I can keep this thing moving.
That won't be enough. Yeah.
Come on! How's that? That ought to do
Gonna
it.
be okay. Definitely.
I'm not sure how well you're going to move. See, I don't know how much exactly we can do with you. Main battery heavy railgun. You can't move with the main battery heavy railgun. Okay, let's just go with the main battery and get these two.
Hit!
Something at the very
That's the
least.
situation.
I think I can, yeah. There we go. That's something at the very least. That took an awfully long time for me to get this thing to pop up. Main battery mega railgun, and we can go ahead and do this.
Stand a chance. Did I get it? Got one.
Ah.
What's the plan?
Nope, we're good.
What's the plan?
We're good. We're good. We're good.
Here goes. That work? Let's go.
Not yet.
What's the plan?
Multi-lock missiles here.
There you go. That do
Always
it?
think ahead. What's optimal?
Back attack.
I'll stop them.
Good.
Gotta keep it together.
I don't exactly like this situation, in all honesty.
All right.
Going for me.
One within enemy threat range.
Come on. Did that do it?
Yep. You're heavily armored. I'm gonna use a Guardian Avenger right here. No, that's not what I want. I think this is what I'm gonna have to do.
Yuki-chan, you gotta step back. Heal up.
God damn it. I'll be
Oh, is it because I blew up all the missiles right there? Is that why?
Stop worrying about me. You got your own fight to win.
Ah, I did not realize that that's what happened. Missile barrage.
Here goes. That work? How many left?
Okay, let's
I'd
do this.
say that worked, yeah. It wasn't enough for one of them.
Next move.
Like spikes for you.
Slow. Hit. Where are they?
Anti-ground hunter missile I think would be a good idea. Can I hit all three? I wish I could change my field of view here. No, I cannot get all three. Okay, well, let's get these two then.
We're sitting right here.
Main... nope, not main battery. Wide range. I cannot see whether or not I'm going to grab these missiles in with this. I think I got a few of them at the very least.
Okay, what's the plan? Die. How's that?
Go.
Say your prayers.
Hostile one's optimal. I'll stop them. Good.
Down goes one gladiator.
Don't let up.
We want armored, so we got that, because you don't have composite armor. Oh gosh dang it. Okay, never mind. Rush attack with the back attack it is.
How was that?
Oh boy.
Sentinels just within enemy threat range.
Well... I don't know what to do here. Let's do this.
Take them all. Got that one. Goodbye. Gotta keep it together. Threat range.
Let's go for it. This battle is rough, that's for sure.
Sentinel. That work?
I got rid of that.
No fight I can't win.
Can't move that far. Multi-lock missiles don't allow me to move much further.
I'm not used to this thing.
Let's try going up here.
Here's the plan.
Oh, you're kidding me. In that case, do this so you can hopefully get rid of the Absos.
That easy. Signal online. I won't back down.
EMP stunner. Yeah, we need that for quite a few missiles.
A hit. No room for hesitation.
Ugh. I don't care about the gladiators in this. I just need to get the small guys.
How was that neutralized?
Hey, what's the situation?
Okay, we need another Guardian Avenger probably here.
Stay on guard.
And I'm going to use EMP spikes here.
Hit confirmed. Hit.
Okay, what's the plan?
Quad leg spikes as a back attack should work pretty well for you.
Don't screw with me. Nice.
Yep, there he goes.
It up. Kill it for me.
Keep my spirits up.
Shoot. Okay.
Orbital number 21. Status critical.
Shit.
Now initiating emergency pilot ejection.
Don't waste any chances.
Yep. This is real bad. This battle is really freaking rough. Sure, let's hit you. That's good.
Destroyed. Always think ahead. Good timing.
Of course, he blocks all of them.
As long as I can keep this thing moving.
Of course, it's still locked on to me.
Stay calm. Remember your training. Now. Did I get it? Enemy signal terminated.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't think this is enough. No, it was not. And okay.
Damn it! God damn it!
Okay. I think it's time for us to move on to the story section. And we'll have to face that one again later. Renya Goto and Takatoshi Hijiyama. Like I said, the last two. Let us begin. Hopefully he'll give us a short recap, since we've only seen his story like once.
It would appear I can no longer rely on Shikishima.
Oh? Okay then. Well, I guess let's see your thoughts.
Miss Morimura's death has left the Shikishima execs in disarray. Now they won't let me spearhead the Sentinel project, as if I'm just a child. I doubt my opinion will weigh much in their discussions going forward. Miss Morimura, why did you have to die?
Well, we know why. He's got a very angry walk. I guess understandable, but kinda angry.
Ayame Park, please.
That was pretty quick, Goto-kun.
I checked the corpse at the police station. It was yours, Miss Morimura. There's no doubt about it.
Is that so?
You don't seem too shocked about your death.
Well, it didn't exactly stop me. Here I am, safe and sound.
Fair enough.
I suppose that's true.
I mean, he's not wrong. Excuse me, not he. She's not wrong.
Ever since the battle that ended with the Sentinels infected, Miss Morimura has been pushing this operation as one of its fiercest supporters. This refers to the humans who can control the UFO's mainframe. Those compatible have nanomachines implanted in their bodies.
So, what did the police say?
Well,
The cause of death was a gunshot to the abdominal area. No bullet was found in the body. Though it's easy to imagine why. The murder weapon was likely from beyond this time, beyond material bullets. Estimated time of death is approximately 1900 hours. You were witnessed running off somewhere with a short-haired student. According to a pedestrian's eyewitness account, anyway.
They found a witness. This era's police really did their due diligence.
That implies other eras did not?
An acquaintance of Miss Morimura, described as a short-haired male in a student uniform. Most likely A. Sekigahara. There should have been that drone tracking her movement. So, anything helpful in its footage?
The timing couldn't have been worse. It looks like it was monitoring the government's movement at the time. So she wasn't even under surveillance.
I see.
Any thoughts as to our primary suspect?
Well,
Who do you think did it?
Well... The witness statement matches the description of A. Sekigahara.
It did seem like something was wrong with A. Sekigahara's memories. I wouldn't be surprised if he was our murderer.
Though it raises the question of why he'd bother to lure her out. Surely a murderer's optimal scenario is to avoid being spotted at all.
Well, maybe it wasn't premeditated. He could have killed her by accident.
Well, he certainly is the type to brood over things. I can say he's not enough of an idiot to shoot someone on impulse.
Who else could it be? That man with that... call sign? Some numerical name.
Logically speaking,
no.
he would naturally be another potential suspect.
But no. We know it's a Sekigahara. And he... No, he wasn't the one. Shinonome was the one. I forgot. Yeah, it wasn't a Sekigahara. It was originally going to be a Sekigahara. But it was actually Ryoko Shinonome, if I recall correctly.
He did attempt to eradicate all the compatibles. He's a dangerous individual, and he's still at large. All that's left of 426 is his consciousness. I don't think I could reliably predict his behavior. He's desperate enough to do anything. 426 certainly isn't above killing. If Ida-san were here, I'm sure he'd declare 426 our primary suspect.
We know he killed at least 4 people. That's why I shot him dead in the end. If he resurrected himself as an android, maybe that would give him a chance at revenge. As a motive, it sounds pretty clear-cut.
So you believe 426 is the most likely suspect?
Barring A. Sekigahara. Who else could it be?
Aside from Miss Morimura and Ida-san, 4 others came here for refuge 16 years ago. By the time I'd started assisting Miss Morimura's efforts, they'd already lost their physical bodies. Fortunately, we were able to use the data stored in Sector 0. This allowed us to meld their replicated consciousness with AI. As for how they lost their bodies in the first place, reportedly 426 is doing. He destroyed them all in one fell swoop. According to Ida-san's account, anyway. But if number 16 is to be believed, that's not what really happened. And Miss Morimura should be aware of that.
Hmm.
I spoke with the pilot of Sentinel number 16. Back then, she gave Miss Morimura something nobody else would. The truth.
Oh? Okay, not now.
He did attempt to eradicate. He's a
Okay, hold on. Well, I guess we'll go with this.
Miss Morimura, I have one more question.
What is it?
Regarding 426, would you say you had any particular feelings toward him?
Feelings? Well, he was certainly a good friend. I felt like he really understood me. Well, used to, anyway. Where's this coming from?
That? doesn't make sense. According to number 18, or should I say, Tamao-san,
Oh?
I had a hunch about Miss Morimura's feelings, and my discussion with Tamao-san only confirmed my suspicions.
Oh, so we have two things to recall. And that still leads us here. Okay, let's go with number 16 to start.
Back then, she gave the truth.
Wait, what do you mean? Could you go over that again?
Our defensive maneuvers failed. So we decided to stick to the plan. We all headed to the gate to escape. But there was an explosion while we were shifting. From what I can tell, the Type 98 we were shifting in got attacked. But that's the last thing I remember. After that, nothing.
But that means... Is that how your data was damaged? It wasn't some plot by 426 after all? Just an explosion? We never did manage to completely reconstruct your data. I thought it was just that you didn't get converted in time, but... You were all dead before the shift even happened. Ida-kun, you said he killed the 4 of them. I know you did. You said he sabotaged them, killed them.
Given the chance, he certainly would have.
You lied to me?
He already tried to kill us all in the past. You know he'd have tried again if we left him alive. Killing him was the right call.
No. That means...
I'd like to revisit something you just mentioned. About 426 killing at least 4 individuals. Do you really not remember?
Remember what?
You've read my files, I presume? I gathered quite a lot of material in the past. Most of it is rather outdated, including Ida-san's statement concerning those victims. In other words, your answer is objectively incorrect.
Really? Well, can you blame me? Look at this body I'm stuck with. I'm bound to have some memories confused.
Yeah, fair enough.
If you have some comment on this form, then by all means.
No. That's not what I meant.
Oh, yep, and then we gotta go and look at Tamao.
I had a hunch about Miss Morimura's feelings, and my discussion with Tamao-san only confirmed my suspicion.
Okay. Well, I'm in control. Okay.
Goto-kun, I'm sorry for this. I know it's sudden. I need to talk to you.
Did something happen?
It's about Morimura-san. She's been transplanting 426's memories onto Juro-kun. I only just found out.
426? As in the escaped android?
No, not that one. She's using the memory data of the man himself. It was saved during the shift.
In other words, she's trying to use Juro to create another 426?
I did my best to talk her down. She's letting me handle Juro-kun's treatment now. Still, I don't think she's given up on this.
So that's why the dosing changed. That's why the medicine changed. I see, I see.
Why is she trying to bring back 426?
Well, I've been giving her some advice about it. And I understand where she's coming from, but... Morimura-san is in love with him.
with 426.
Maybe she always has been. That's why she wants him back as a human.
But she has to know the risks. He's a dangerous man.
True, but that's not exactly what she's remembering. Besides, she's the one who killed him. That guilt is still eating at her. Watch over Morimura-san. And try to keep her away from Juro-kun if you can.
I'll keep that in mind.
Thank you. I can barely take the idea of 1426, let alone 2.
So I was right. Miss Morimura did have feelings for someone.
Exactly a good person, as we have learned.
When Juro Izumi lost his memories, you aimed to use him to revive 426. Make one a vessel for the other. One reason seems most likely. You harbored romantic feelings for him.
Me? With him? You're joking. That Chihiro Morimura was mind-hacked, remember? You said so yourself.
What?
My goodness, romantic feelings? For him? No, God no. Not my cup of tea.
We have a couple different things that say otherwise, but okay.
If you recall, I suggested that Miss Morimura was mind-hacked. That idea was based on a certain piece of evidence I found. One particular log.
What log?
If you really are Miss Morimura, then you should already know. 2 years before you were born, Ida-san extracted some information from 426 that in turn led to the discovery of the data log in question.
So why again does this matter?
You're about to find out. As for the log itself, it contains footage from the year 2188. It was found buried in the mainframe data during the analysis of 426. You seem very disturbed by me seeing that file. So much so, in fact, that you ended up deleting all of your logs. Would you mind telling me why you did that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, at the very least, its contents suggested a connection to 426. Or even that he had been manipulating Miss Morimura. The log contained a very interesting report. Apparently, Juro Izumi downloaded memories onto Chihiro Morimura's clone.
Okay, hold on.
426 was the one who overwrote my memories? So what does that mean? What are you trying to say? Your Morimura and I are both 426?
I don't know if that's what he's trying to say, in all honesty.
This is Tetsuya Ida. Don't know why I'm recording this. Nobody's going to hear it. Still, might as well. Not like I have anywhere else to share this. I was in the middle of a routine bug regression test, and I noticed part of the final phase had been altered. The change was made in Chihiro Morimura's host. The setting change looks like it'll trigger a memory overwrite. I don't know anything about the memory's contents, but it says the modifying user was Juro Izumi. Because someone thought it'd be a great idea to give that guy senior admin ID. And at this point, well, what the hell can we do about it? At least now I have proof. You're all hypocrites anyway. Yes, including you, jackass. So who even cares anymore? None of this matters. We're all dead anyway.
That's a sad way to look at things.
conveniently revealed one of your secrets. One you were desperate to keep me away from. So you deleted it. That's my theory, anyway. Remember where this all began? It was the compatibility experiment. The one that produced you. Based off Miss Morimura's footage and your own admissions, I've completely misjudged the situation. All this time, I believed you were her. But even from the very beginning, you've been your own person.
So, what are you saying? I'm not Chihiro Morimura?
I mean, to an extent, we've established that. Because you still felt the need to call Miura as your brother.
If I'm not a duplicate of Chihiro Morimura, then who exactly do you think I am?
You are Chihiro Morimura.
Well, there you have it.
No, not Miss Morimura, the teacher. Professor Chihiro Morimura. The one from the year 2188. And the central figure of Shikishima's interstellar development project.
I don't quite understand what he's getting at, in all honesty.
Aegis activation confirmed. The terminal is completely sealed off.
We did it!
They've changed targets. The next terminal is just over there.
They're already on the move.
Can't even let us catch our breath, huh?
I haven't hit my operating limit yet, but I'm going to dismount.
Whoa, hey, then who's taking point?
Pull it together. We don't need orders to kick some ass.
Wait, we saw this exact conversation. Oh, heck yeah.
You can relax, kids. I'm back in the fight.
I won't be long. It's up to you.
Fine then. Let's roll, Yuki-chan.
Chihiro-san.
Oh, so this is... Oh, okay.
Chihiro-san.
Look at that sunset. Just like it was back then. It's beautiful. I'm guessing you were monitoring me with a drone?
I have one locked on to you, yes. Their target's changed. They're coming back this way. It's dangerous here. We need to get you to safety.
Aw, don't tell me you're worried about me. How about you mind your own business? You already know how I feel. This is what I wanted.
Still.
What do you
More
mean?
importantly, can you really afford to waste your time here? Or have you already given up? The invasion is still in its preliminary phase.
I've got time. First, I need to get you somewhere safe.
There are no safe places left. At least, none left for us. We're not safe anywhere. But you know that well enough. You're just losing precious time. Go focus on the job you're supposed to be doing.
Understood. I'll go. You'll find it safer towards the river. If, hypothetically, you wanted to know.
Wait. As long as we're both here, there's something I want to clear up. So, Tell me, you were in love with Miss Morimura, weren't you? You said she was mind-hacked, but it was more about you being jealous, wasn't it?
That's hardly...
This may be our last chance to talk. Answer me.
You are correct. Is that what you wanted to hear? That I was driven by some cheap, naive impulse? That I can't think about anything else?
And that's why you brought back my memory too, isn't it? You never cared how you managed to do it. You just wanted her back.
So much.
I'm glad. You really were a slave to your desires. That's the Renya Goto I remember. It means I don't have to like you after all. Thank you. I think that's all I wanted to hear.
What?
Professor,
You should go. After all, we still have our bet. Although it looks like I'm about to win it.
I don't know exactly what that means, but let's kick butt. Miwa.
What's wrong? Did you get separated from your mommy? Could you leave me alone? It's dangerous out here. Just come with me, okay? Will you just... What are you... Don't worry. If you can't find your mommy, I can help you look. We just have to run away right now, okay? Oh, there you are, Miwako. Asami-chan! I'm so glad you're okay. Jeez, you're so reckless. You shouldn't have come this way.
Kisaragi, that girl is...
I know already. I'll get back to the battle once Miwako's safe. Is someone else here? Of course not. Never mind. The evacuation route's that way. Can I bring her too? Hey! That's fine, just hurry up.
Yeah, Chihiro. No longer at the final battle. Okay.
Strange. I know this is my first time here, but this suddenly makes me feel so... nostalgic.
Sunsets will do that, I find. Regardless of time period.
Yes, but... this must be... well, I suppose it must be one of those places. So? Where am I going?
I've rented an apartment under a false name.
Can't be any worse than our last accommodations. As long as it's not Rebel, I'll take it.
Fair.
Apologies.
Fair enough.
If it's any comfort, I'm certain nobody will find you there. Not Shikishima, and certainly not Miss Morimura. I suppose we have Ida-san to thank for all this. The funds and paperwork he prepared were invaluable.
Tetsuya Ida. And he's still missing, is he?
Yes.
I believe at this point in the story, he's dead, right? He's dead in two different scenarios. His mortal coil is deceased, and his android has been permanently put out of commission. I believe he has truly been eliminated.
Let's go.
Oh, that's adorable. That's adorable.
Chihiro-san.
You think I'm the professor?
That is what I said. You are Professor Chihiro Morimura, a major figure in Shikishima in the year 2188, namely the leader of its space initiative.
What are you even talking about?
Just some hypotheticals. A possible interpretation of the evidence I found.
Okay, so that's not anything.
Okay, say I am the professor. Remember, Miss Morimura is the one who created me. You think that was her plan? She wanted a host for the professor and not herself? How would that make sense?
Miss Morimura ran an experiment to grant her clone compatibility. She believed that you were synchronized to her.
So why would she create someone different?
She believed it was her own data she transmitted. But it was the other Chihiro Morimura in Sector 0.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Of course, you entered the world as a newborn, incapable of verbal communication. So Miss Morimura never realized her mistake.
This is all speculation.
Certainly, yes.
Okay, so do you have something more concrete, Goto?
But if I'm right, and you are the professor, I imagine you were in quite a panic yourself. All things considered, it was a staggering deviation from the original plan.
What original plan?
Among the logs from 2188, one of Tetsuya Ida's noted that he'd found an anomaly. Chihiro Morimura was set to undergo a memory transplant in the final phase. And the final phase, well, that would be us.
Yeah.
The log from the future I saw first. That would be the comms log I found with my own ID. The first log I checked held some surprises. The author seemed to be an elderly Renya Goto. And the date of recording appeared to be 2188. I assumed it was some future version of myself. One that had time traveled into the far future. But now, I don't think that's the case. I believe it's the other way around. In other words, I myself am a clone of him.
Like, wasn't it established that everyone here is clones of someone? Right? Or who knows, maybe I'm wrong. But my understanding was everyone is a clone. Everyone is a clone, whether it be through information or otherwise.
I don't know where you think you're going with this.
A bit of patience, please. There's a little more context I need to provide. Every individual I saw in that log footage, they all created clones of themselves.
Clones, huh?
I did find a log that proves this point.
What did you see?
A comms log between you and Professor Takamiya. Her field is genetic engineering, I note.
Hmm.
Professor Takamiya, how are the projections on those self-replicating probes? The simulations look good.
a rate of expansion that high. It was definitely the right call to prioritize its strength as a group over individual units. These probes are pretty much living machines now. They self-replicate using natural resources mined from asteroids in their routing. They'll just keep building up and breaking down. An infinite cycle of self-replication on its way to its target. There's basically zero chance of the tech failing midway through. They'll just keep on going. Probably long after humanity's gone. Glad I came to an expert then. All that's left is the refinement of the memory cube. The infrastructural storage cell, right? The cube's made up of 5 identical memory layers. In theory, it'll compare itself to nearby probes and use them as a template for repairs. And if it can't be repaired, well, fine, 1 probe down. We've got thousands more. And our passengers? I'll be loading them up with the DNA of all the survivors. I've already got samples and data from all 15. Now it's just down to launching them. These clones will go with all our hopes on their shoulders. By the way, what do we do about him? I mean, after that DNA test. We do nothing. He doesn't have to know. What can I even say to him? Not much, I guess.
Who's him? Hmm? Who is him?
There were 15 survivors of that colony,
Yes.
each with a clone established to be compatible. Though they grew up in different eras, different worlds.
Mm-hmm.
And you aimed to replace your clone's memories with your own. That was your real plan. Right now, I imagine your biggest question is precisely how much of that log I've seen. Am I close? You do have a genius mind, but also the form of a child. I imagine it's harder than usual to hide your agitation.
It's absolutely not. Now you're just trying to trick me?
What would he have to gain, Chihiro?
I'd say, based on that log, Professors Takamiya and Morimura seem to know each other quite well. Maybe you'd know something about that.
Of course not.
Then perhaps instead, Tsukasa Okino? Being compatible, that makes one part of his identity clear. He's one of the 15 from the year 2188.
Mm-hmm.
So, any theories? Who was he in the year 2188? Care to guess?
Stop it.
Your son, isn't he? That's what the DNA test was for.
That boy, Tsukasa Okino,
Is your son.
is Professor Chihiro
Yep.
Morimura's son. But not her child by personal conventional birth. The professor donated her egg cells as a young woman, in accordance with the policies on population control.
Oh, okay. Those apparently existed.
No comment at this time?
Okay, Gozo, I genuinely don't know what you're trying to get out of her. Like, I'm being 100% honest. I genuinely do not know what you are trying to get out of her.
Their blood relation wasn't exactly obvious, until DNA testing on the clone revealed it. The professor was faced with the truth. He was her son, which naturally sparked an inconvenient surge of maternal instinct. However, Okino himself didn't think highly of the professor. He had his disagreements with the project staff, too.
Mm-hmm.
When it seemed like her end was near, the professor recorded him one final message. One last chance to know the truth.
Stop! You saw that? But how? You'd need a biometric ID match to access that log. So you should only have been able to access your own. My logs and Okino's should have been locked off.
Thank you, Professor Morimura.
He didn't see the log. He knew it existed, though. Hmm. Okay, so still, we know Tsukasa is Chihiro's son. Not through conventional birth, but I don't know, growing him in a test tube or something with her cell? I don't know. But what? Great. Sure, great. What does this prove? What does this do? You can explain that, Goto?
Indeed, the files I could access were somewhat limited. Mostly company logs. Meeting reports, call transcripts, bureaucratic chaff. Barely anything in the way of your personal records.
Then, how do you know what was in my logs?
It's simple, really. That should do it for preparations. Now, let's see if the biometric authentication works. Did it go through?
Oh.
Looks like that got me past the initial barrier, at least. Now, with Miss Morimura's ID, I should be able to get into her logs.
And how do you get that? Oh.
Maybe, if I check Miss Morimura's logs, I might find a clue why your biometric ID matches hers.
So Fuyusaka
It really is her ID.
was created after the Miss Morimura. Whereas Chihiro right now was Professor Morimura? Is that what I'm hearing?
Fuyusaka?
Though unconscious, she proved very helpful. She is Chihiro Morimura, a compatible version. If you really are Miss Morimura, then you should already know who Iori Fuyusaka is. Because that would mean you hid her here in Sector 4. The plan was for the two newborns to grow up with their own separate lives. Ida-san's idea, presumably. Chihiro Morimura was planned to be placed in 2104, and Tetsuya Ida in 2024, yet neither could be found.
I knew Renya Goto of Shikishima pretty well. You and he are very different. Except that you both make my life a lot harder. So, suppose I am the professor. Then what?
I want to know the truth. I want to know the reasons behind all of this. But that seems unlikely. I imagine you're not inclined to tell me anything.
And why's that?
It'd be inconvenient for you if we had all the facts. Considering you're trying to eliminate us. From the very beginning, you never intended for this world to survive.
That's a harsh accusation. Of course I'm locked. Of course I'm locked. Why would they? Of course they wouldn't make it that easy, huh? Can we at least check out the mystery files? Let's check out the mystery files. Okay, we got a lot to cover, so let's go through the mystery files before we go back, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of scared of that battle. Okay, Kadabi is a 16-year-old boy. Although the Juro Izumi that Megami Yakushiji knew is nearly gone, Kudabe still remembers fighting in the Sentinel and his feelings towards Yakushiji. When 426 was arrested one loop ago, it became clear that 426 and Izumi from 1 year loop ago are genetically identical. And due to the incompatibility between the violent memories of Izumi from two loops ago, okay, hold on. Due to the incompatibility between the violent memories of Izumi 2 loops ago that Morimoto transplanted and the gentle artificial personality that Tamao created, Kudabe nearly had a breakdown. And to avoid this, Shiba turned those memories into something tangible, videotapes, to allow Kudabe to perceive them as mere dreams. And when the kaiju appear in 1985, Shiba can't take part in the battle, so he entrusts everything to Kudabe. Kudabe then activates Sentinel number 13 in order to support Igori Fuyusaka, who joins the battle before him. Oh dang, we actually get everything. Oh boy. We've got a lot to read. In 2188, Juro Izumi has a rank of Major, making him the superior of Taketoshi Hijiyama and Megami Yakushiji's father, Nozomu Yakushiji. Izumi looks after Megami for Nozomu. When a dispute over the remaining power supply escalates into a shootout, Izumi kills Tsukasa Okino. Following this, Hijiyama, Okino's lover, avenges him by gunning down Izumi and its cohorts. The overarching plan was altered so that Chihiro Morimoto's host would undergo a memory overwrite during the final process of Project Arc. Tetsuya Ida discovers this deviation along with the fact that Izumi is the one who authorized the change. For Chihiro Morimoto in 2188, upon testing the DNA of the 15 individuals for Project Arc, it became clear that Tsukasa Okino is Morimoto's child. Though through conventional birth, Morimoto still feels a maternal connection to him. While Yakushiji is saddened by the fact that Kudabe doesn't remember her anymore, she's approached by Tamao Kudabe, who says she can arrange for her to live with Kudabe if she agrees to 2 conditions. Agreeing to the terms, Yakushiji accepts the rental agreement for the Kudabe house. Unable to handle the crushing weight of remorse and guilt for forcing everyone into battle, Yakushiji shoots herself in the stomach with the magical gun. She's soon woken up by Kudabe, who tells her about his memories from being Juro Izumi and his current feelings towards her. Yakushiji realizes that Fluffy intended to keep his word from the beginning. The kaiju appear in 1985. Yakushiji makes up her mind that she'll be the one to save Juro and beat the game, and activates Sentinel number 23. In 2188, Megami Yakushiji was 8 years old. As humanity faced the brink of extinction, her father, Nozomu Yakushiji, entrusted his daughter to Major Juro Izumi in hopes that at least she could survive. Goto secretly had feelings for Miss Morimoto. After seeing a 2188 communications log between that era's Tetsuya Ida and Goto, he suspects that Morimoto's memories were overwritten by 426. In addition, Morimoto's sudden change of behavior has raised his suspicions further. In order to view Miss Mortimura's logs, Gota used Iori Furusaka, who was unconscious from the shock of seeing a Sentinel in the 2065 ruins. He brought her to the UFO mainframe and used her biometric ID. Upon realizing the distinct discrepancy between Miss Mortimura's Upon realizing the distinct discrepancy between Miss Mortimura and Chihiro's memories, Goto considers the possibility that Chihiro isn't simply a clone of Mortimura. After researching the logs of 2188's Mortimura, he theorizes that Chihiro's true identity is instead Professor Chihiro Mortimura from 2188. Although Tatsuya Ida was authorized to use Sentinel number 16, Tsukasa Okino was able to help transfer authorization over to Kisaragi, as he is the one who created the Sentinels. He also woke up Miyuki Inaba, who was shut off by Ida. The idol Miyuki Inaba, who is also the control system for Sentinel number 16, gone missing after the Sentinel infection incident, is the other Tomi Kisaragi. Inaba's songs sound just like the song Kisaragi used to sing in middle school, rearranged with each sound. Oh, my bad. Kisaragi's username at the time was also Inaba. The 2188 Tomi Kisaragi was a terraforming researcher who designed the second phase of the Interstellar Development Project. According to Kisaragi's report on February 8, 2188, the simulation for the 25th terraforming attempt revealed that it took 1,800 years for a Type 57b to reach a planet habitable. Excuse me. Let me reread this. According to Kisaragi's report on February 8, 2188, the simulation for the 25th terraforming attempt revealed that it took 1,800 years for a Type 57b planet to reach a habitable state for humanity. Furthermore, at Professor Mortimura's suggestion, the command ship was updated to monitor the final phase, the surface facilities. The objective was for the command ship to determine whether the final phase needs to be redone before any harm can come to these facilities. Amiguchi, who's genetically identical to Ida, was having Ida's memories from between ages 16 and 26 transplanted into him by Mortimura. Moreover, Ida brought the infant Amiguchi to Sector 4, the 1980s, and placed him into the Amiguchi family. When the kaiju appear in 1985, she declares to the team that they can relax now, that she's taking the field, and activates Sentinel 21. 2188 Professor Takamiya studies self-replicating probes. Shinonami killed Ida. It wasn't Shinonome who killed... Hold on. I cannot remember who ended up killing Mortimura. I'm pretty sure it was Shinonome, but it's not saying that in her file here. Before Ida kills Ida. Oh. Never mind. Blinded by her feelings towards Ida, Shinonome falls for his trick and adds DD-426 to A. Sekigahara's Sentinel. During the 2064 battle, DD-426 infects the Sentinel and Juro Kurare. Sekigahara and Shinonome suffer brain damage. Shinonome went missing for some time after the fourth shift, losing her memories to a point where she couldn't even remember her own name. The one thing she does remember is that Ida chose her for Sentinel number 14. Mortimura tries everything to get the password to Mortimura tries everything to get the password to decontaminate the Sentinels from her, but ends up failing. The kaiju appear in 1985. Shinonome activates Sentinel number 14 with her memories of Ida on her mind. There we go. In 2188, Okino is the genius engineer who created Universal Control. However, he tends to cut corners in coding, which explains why he borrowed a portion of its environment code from the classic video game Mighty Kaiju Deimos. Upon testing the DNA of the 15 individuals for Project Arc, it becomes clear that he is Chihiro Morimoto's child. Oh, wait, no, I remember. This Chihiro, because I remember specifically saying, I don't know how I'd react if a younger version of me pulled a gun on me. Because that's what happened. It wasn't Shinonome. I'm an idiot. It wasn't Shinonome. I just kind of remembered the color blue, and my brain went, oh yes, Shinonome. It's not Shinonome. It was Chihiro. Young Chihiro. Who shot and killed Mrs. Morimoto. Or not Mrs. Miss. Excuse me. That's a different title. Wrong button. I'm pushing all the wrong buttons. For the compatibility experiment, Morimoto believed she had translated her own memories, previously saved in Sector 0, over to her clone, Chihiro. However, the memories that she translated from Sector 0 actually belonged to Professor Chihiro Morimoto from 2188. Miss Morimoto has been in love with Juro Izumi since she was young. Yuta Shiba's true identity is 426, due to the incompatibility between the violent memories of Izumi translated by Morimoto and the gentler personality that Tamao Kurabe created. Juro Kurabe was close to having a breakdown. In order to avoid this, Shiba converted Izumi's violent memories into a medium Kurabe could understand. While Yakushiji lies unconscious on the floor after shooting herself with the magical gun, Fluffy speaks to her about his true motives, and leaves. All this time, he's been talking to her about magic when his true goal concerned the Sentinels. Fluffy's true identity is 426, or Juro Izumi. In order to prevent the Kaiju invasion from destroying the world, Fluffy had Yakushiji inject nanomachines into the quote-unquote witches, which unlocked the entire Deimos game system. Although this means that the Kaiju will be an even greater threat, it also unlocks beneficial features that help in fighting off the Kaiju. This includes obtaining meta chips every time a Kaiju is defeated, and using meta chips to strengthen the Sentinels. Essentially, he updated the game's code. Ida is a genetically identical to Shu Amiguchi. Thank you for making me scroll that way. Sawatari, Miwako Sawatari has no recollection of the time she got left behind in the 2025 ruins. Miyuki Inaba, oh boy, we got a lot to read here, is the grown-up version of Tomi Kisaragi from another world. Back when she used to stream her songs on the internet, Tetsuya Ida was a regular in her chat going by the name of Fate, spelled the letter F and the number 8. His support and encouragement pushed her to get serious about her singing. In order to evade Universal Control surveillance, she sang on an unmonitored broadcast and managed to connect with Shu Amiguchi through his TV. She had Ida install her into Sentinel number 16 as its AI. During the Sentinel infections incident in 2064, Inaba was piloting Sentinel number 16 when it was shifted up to the orbiting command ship. Back when their final line of defense failed one loop ago, Kisaragi and the others tried to shift before the world got reset. Unfortunately, due to an explosion, their data was damaged and could not be fully reconstructed, preventing them from making it to the next world. Prisoner E-426, captured in 2104 as a terrorist bomber, is now known as 426. "426" is seen as Kyuta Shiba by Kurabe, and is seen as Fluffy by Megami Sentinel pilots who were shot by Yakushiji's syringe gun are able to enhance their Sentinels by utilizing the Deimos game system. This headgear was used to gain control over 426, who had escaped into Judo Kudabe. The clones of the 15 survivors in the colony are the compatible ones. Terraforming is the process of modifying a planet's environment into a habitable state for humanity. Once a planet with similar qualities to Earth is found, its atmospheric component and air temperature are adjusted. Doing so requires a significant amount of time, effort, and technology. The planet that the boys and girls are on isn't Earth, but rather one that the D-Forces developed through terraforming process. Probe. Inside the probes are infrastructural storage cells called memory cubes, which allow the probe to compare itself to nearby probes and use them as a template for repairs. If the probe can't be repaired, then it dies, as a biological organism would, and then the others move on. Probes that departed Earth with the DNA of the 15 individuals surveyed an extremely wide range, replicating themselves infinitely until they found a new planet that humanity could inhabit. A little bit more about the Sentinels. Similar to a shifter gate, the Sentinel is capable of traveling between sectors. I cannot read. It has a maintenance type. It is a maintenance hatch, like the Type 98 bypass, where one can set the shift destination. The pilot must confirm the shift in order for it to happen. These Sentinel pilots have an activation switch that's used to activate the Sentinel. Typically, the activation switch would be where the nanomachines were injected, but if additional codes would be implemented later, then that spot would be the new spot for the switch. Swiping across the activation switch causes the letter START to appear and activates the registered Sentinel. Using metachips allows for expansion and improvements of Sentinel armaments. The drill fly is officially called the Flying Drill Machine. It's 20 meters tall, an aerial excavator kaiju. Its 6 rotor blades can create more than 130 decibels of explosive sound. Since it moves by flying and ignores roads, it is highly mobile. Attacks from the sky with machine guns and missiles. Universal Control. Universal Control is linked with the surface to a region called the Terminal. There are 2 terminals that have been analyzed, Sector 1 and Sector 3. Out of the 2, the terminal of Sector 3 is the only one that allows access to the mainframe. 2188 Tsukasa Okino is the developer of Universal Control, as well as the one responsible for borrowing a portion of the environment management system from a Deimos simulation game. An artificial satellite that provides over terraforming, second phase of interstellar development. It controls the heavy machinery for planetary development and adjusts air temperature. This is where Miyuki Inaba exists. During the 2064 Sentinel infection incident, Inaba ends up shifting outside the world and over to the artificial satellite, where she comes across the 2188 data and learns the truth about the world. The cause of the defeat of the 2064 Kaiju invasion was DD-426, the code Shinonome put in Sekigahara's Sentinel. But this nightmare Judokurabe killing everyone didn't actually happen? No. So, did this or did it not? I don't know. I can't quite... Oh, hello. I'm here. I don't know why it assumed I just shrunk and sunk into the background. This time, 426 believed... During this time, being the nightmare, 426 believed that the only way to escape from this eternal loop was to kill all of the compatible ones. However, 426 later discovers another escape method that utilizes the mechanics of the Deimos simulation game. Hamburger. Ah, there we go, the VS4. Wow, look at this though. Deimos, the game, was an online full dive game that was released in 2154 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of Mighty Kaiju Deimos. The objective of the game is to survive the disaster caused by the Mighty Kaiju Deimos. Players become residents of a major city 5 days before the kaiju appear, and get to experience the fated day of their invasion in the simulation survival game. From an old woman who runs a cigar shop to a young man who seeks to avenge his parents, 10 million independent NPCs lead their lives in a digital metropolis that's 30 kilometers long. Even experts were astounded by the elaborately constructed AI, their behavior indistinguishable from real humans. The highlight, however, is the tremendous power of the mighty Kaiju Deimos. The doomsday clock is ticking, blast through mighty Kaiju Deimos with an arsenal of mech suit weaponry, and fight to the end of humanity. Developed by Vanillaware Ltd. Very funny. Very funny. So Okino borrowed a portion of this game's code when creating Universal Control. And I think that's about it. Now we go through and let's unlock a few more things, shall we? First one is DD426. Oh boy, that's a lot. DD426 is the program code that Tetsuya Ida gives to Ryoko Shinonome, supposedly to greatly increase the Sentinel's capabilities. Shinonome ends up installing this into a Sekigahara Sentinel, the nanomachine equivalent of a virus that attacks the brain. It severs a portion of the nanomachines that are physically connected to the cerebral cortex, which handles memory. As the connections get severed, the brain suffers damage, causing severe pain and memory loss. In the worst cases, the afflicted are left as mindless husks. Upon discovering that this code could be used to sever the Deimos code, Tsukasa Okino tested the code on himself 1 year ago. However, he suffered gradual memory loss, so he had no choice but to become an AI with a simulated personality. Morimura and Renya Goto try to get Shinonome to remember the password that disables DT426, but it results in failure and causes her to lose all her memories. You've almost got everything. Quick note. A folded piece of paper found in the pocket of Miss Morimura when she died. 2 rows of numbers are 443685 and 3214. These are the numbers for the message service in 1985, which Sekigahara entrusted to Morimura before he lost his memories. Brown envelope was found on the ground near A. Sekigahara when he woke up. There's a document and a note inside. The document says Chihiro Morimura, 31, Sakata High School nurse. A key member of Shigishima's weapon development team. The note says, if capture is not possible, then shoot to kill. Tetsuya Ida was the one who instructed Sekigahara to kill Morimura. Oh, this is Minami's notebook. We've already seen this. I suppose it'd probably be good for me to go over it, though. That's Minami's large notebook that starts off with what follows is an investigative record of important moments in time and space. Investigative Record 1. I have finally encountered my destiny. He has arrived from outer space, an actual extraterrestrial being. Summary. Whoa. Aliens really do exist. Investigative Record 2. These advanced life forms have managed to conquer time and space itself. Who could have dreamed that their technology had such capability? Actual gateway to time travel. Right in Tokisaka Shrine. Investigative Report 3. He says he's looking for a robot. It's called Sentinel number 17. Riding inside of it seems to enable him to fight off evil aliens. Oh my gosh, this is a lot of detail about glasses. I guess I'll read it. Similar to the glasses that Yuki Takamiya finds in the girls' bathroom in the North School building, the glasses that Tomi Kisaragi wears have a red frame made of plastic originally developed for use in airplanes, thus very light and flexible. So they won't break even if they got twisted. The lenses cut out of 100% ultraviolet rays and high energy. Oh, excuse me. Are not cut out of, they are just cut. The lenses cut out 100% of ultraviolet rays and high energy visible light. Takamiya thought that Kisaragi, who has the exact same glasses as the scrapped pair she found, might have something to do with Natsuno Minami's disappearance. Oh, wow. That's a nice yard. That's a nice house in general. Wow. Wow. They fully fleshed that thing out, even though we never see past the living room. Wow. It even has like dimensions and everything, which is incredible. So the Kurabe residence. It's a large old house with a total floor space of 160 square meters. Originally this was just one story, but was rebuilt to add a second story. Judo Kurabe uses the back room of the second floor, and Megumi Yakushiji uses the middle room on the east side of the first floor. Keitaro Miura uses the guest room closest to the entrance area of the first floor. The Kurabe residence layout was created by Keitaro Miura in 2188, based off of things Tamao Kurabe heard from her grandfather, as well as the old films that remained. Wow. Wow. That's just really cool. Like, yes, that's impressive in terms of like story-wise and stuff like that, but they had to create this. This wasn't just something that already existed. They had to go and build this house plan, which is really cool. It takes a lot to do that. I've worked with like various different CAD programs and stuff like that before. It's building something like this takes a lot of time, especially the planning. You have to plan that all out. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's cute. A photo of Yuki Takamiya and Natsunomi Nami when they were in elementary school. This picture was taken near the home of Takamiya's grandmother on her father's side. Around this time, Takamiya liked her hair short, and Minami was well known as the illustrious Dr. Space. Cute. This is a notebook that Renya Goto always walks around with. It includes schedules, diary entries, investigative findings, issues, unanswered questions, and more. All written with characteristics, consciousness, and clarity. This is one of the birthday gifts that Goto was given each year by his father. But he only has a few more days before all of the pages are filled. This is a Japanese history book published in January of 1985. It contains Japanese history from the Stone Age up to the first half of the 1980s. Keitaro Miura reads the book in Shuo Mikuchi's room. Oh, I'm 1 MP away. Haha. It's still only 77% apparently. Okay. Himawari Ward 2. No.
Understood. Let's go.
Shinonome and Goto, those are the only two that we absolutely have to have. So. So here's what we need. We need characters who can take out the $14,000. Now that, because I'm going through and I'm thinking about it.
I'm there.
I honestly think You have the forced cooling device, which, yeah, increases recovery speed, which I desperately need here. I still think that this is actually going to be one of the best. I think, though, I need... That doesn't upgrade power. That's the problem. I need that to upgrade power. Oh. HP and defense, EP and attack. Attack, accuracy, critical damage. Speed, defense. Accuracy, speed, EXP, decreases brain. Okay, I think this is going to be the first Sentinel upgrade that I actually perform. I'm going to upgrade both Natsuno and Keitaro's generators. Wait, is that it? Is that all that it did? It just increased it by 1? Is that really all it did? Yeah, it basically increased it by 1. It really didn't increase it that much. Okay then, that was probably a waste. Okay then. Yeah, let's upgrade your anti-ground Hunter missile. Eventually I'll go and I'll upgrade yours. This battle is incredibly freaking difficult, because you need AoE, but you also need stuff that's going to take down single target.
The D-forces already have us surrounded. We're pulling out all the stops here, but still...
We can skip ahead of this.
Jeez.
What's the plan? What's optimal?
Okay, let's do this.
Start going down here.
Number 21.
Here's the plan. Stay calm. What's optimal? Number 22. Next. Stay calm. Remember your training.
Long-range missiles.
Take that! No room. What's
It'll
optimal?
be okay. Gotta do something.
Okay.
Just watch. Get it.
Got rid of a decent chunk of them, but not all of them.
Chances. Number 11. My turn.
I'll take them down quick.
It's not going to hit him, is it? This, on the other hand, will hit all of them.
I'll destroy you.
Wow, that really did nothing, didn't it?
Don't let up.
There we go.
That work?
That's a bit more where I needed it to be.
Nothing special.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay, I want you to do this.
That do it? You're
Just click next move.
EMP spikes right here.
I'm in range. That easy. That's got it. Let's do this.
I'd like to hit that one in the back.
Hit! All right! What's the situation? Yes. A hit, got that one. I'll take them.
Where are they?
Still only 2 uses left, though. Oh, because the upgrade to level 8 didn't occur. I see.
What's our plan?
Those guys are done.
Enemy
I'm gonna have you move a bit further.
What's the plan?
Hi, buddy.
Take this. Did that do it? Number 19. Commence movement.
What's the plan?
Or needs the long-range missiles to go and get rid of the remaining twin tails.
Come on! Nice! That ought to do it.
Stay on guard.
Yeah, we're gonna do this.
Timing. Hit. No room for hesitation.
You're gonna stay there because you're gonna have to deal with those guys.
Remember your training.
Long-range missiles. Why did they all back up? That wouldn't be efficient. What would this get me? Not much. Start with you.
Don't waste any chances.
What to do? Gotta keep my spirits up.
Long-range missiles. Can we get rid of these guys with you? Hopefully. It is not enough.
How's the Sentinel?
I can still move around quite a bit. A gladiator, on the other hand, be a bit more difficult to deal with.
That work?
That's not really enough for me to work with anything. Okay, this is just gonna have to do. At least clears out the area just a bit. Let's get a review.
Always think ahead.
Nope, I'm out of there.
Good.
Yeah, that's rather unfortunate.
What's the plan?
Anti-ground missile barrage. We're gonna go. I was gonna say, I know I can move forward. That's what I want to do.
Take this. Did that do it? Target destroyed. They're going for me.
Okay, let's do this.
Want to do that.
As long as I can keep this thing moving.
Do the quad leg spikes right here.
That do it?
Gonna be okay. Definitely.
Never mind. Scoot yourself back a bit, and we're gonna get these guys up front.
Get it! Yeah!
Here it comes. Next move. I'll stop them.
I'm an idiot.
That didn't do much.
No, I did not, because I'm an idiot. Oh, yes.
What to do? I'll destroy you. Got that one. Enemy destroyed.
Don't waste any chances.
Enemy threat range.
That took everything we had.
Still not used to this thing. There you go. How's that? Give it up.
That's
My spirit's up.
not good.
Gotta keep it together.
EMP stunner is probably going to be the best option here. Yeah, I think it is. Okay.
Hold up. Hit. How's the Sentinel? What? Enemy threat range.
Okay, buddy. I need you to move just a bit. I need you to sit there and defend. Yeah.
Sustained severe damage.
I can still fight.
Once you find an opening, get out of threat range and focus on repairs.
Yeah, that's the problem, is you gotta find an opening. Scoop myself away from there. There's that.
Say your prayer.
What's the situation?
I think this'll do.
Attack landed.
Kinda.
I did it. Thank you.
No dice. They've got me trapped. How's the Sentinel?
Probably good. Okay, let's go for it. Good, 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 good.
Where are they?
Another EMP stunner? Time for another EMP stunner.
Don't move. Did I get it? Okay, let's do this.
Quad leg spikes against you.
That's not good. Bad move, dipshit.
Oh, it's because I walked right into the laser. Gosh dang it.
Yuki-chan, you gotta step back. Heal up.
Why did it fire backwards?
God damn it. I'll be fine. Barely felt it. Stop worrying about me. You got your own fight to win.
Ah.
Nachan, you okay?
Don't worry, Yuki-chan. I'm fine.
You're a mess. We gotta get you out of here. Can you
Wide
stay safe?
range.
I'm not going anywhere.
There I go. Is that gonna get it all? It's not gonna get. Go with this.
Give up. Get it. All right.
Okay, not gonna lie, that was quite satisfying. Of course that doesn't get it. Okay, I guess we gotta do the rush attack. It's like close to nothing.
I'll take them down quick. Deploying decoys. What's this?
Okay, what's the plan?
Okay, how am I gonna do this? Got 47 of them. See what we can do with this.
Get wrecked! That do it? Nice!
This kind of damage wasn't in my projections. Must have miscalculated.
on, Goto. You and your 5 HP can do this.
That easy. Shinonome-kun, your Sentinels sustained severe damage.
Why did you still fire that way?
I can still fight.
Once you find an opening, get out of threat range and focus on repairs. My turn now. Take this. That work?
Let's go, Natsuno. How's that? I beat him.
Blast is in session.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay, I needed to use the multi-lock missiles a long time ago to go and get rid of these guys. Why?
Don't let up.
Wonderful.
Did that do it?
Warning. Sentinel number 22.
Ah.
Status critical.
Impossible.
Now
We definitely aren't getting an A on this. Not even.
Stay calm. Remember your training.
Yeah, we're gonna need some of this.
Take that!
Sentinel number 17 within enemy threat range.
You get you in range of this.
Deploying decoys.
Here's the plan.
You, my friend, need to run.
Warning.
Okay, you at least got the Guardian off.
Status critical. Now initiating emergency pilot ejection. Thank you.
How's the Sentinel?
Here's to hoping something will work there.
Move. How was that? Target destroyed.
Come on.
Okay, what's the plan?
Multi-lock missiles again.
With me. That do it?
There, those guys are done.
That ought to do it.
What to do?
EMP stunner. Get rid of all these guys.
Hit! Here goes.
My turn now.
If I can go that far, I should be able to do that much with the Demolish Blade, right? Nope, of course not. Okay, we're doing... Or not. That's fine too, I guess. Okay.
Here goes. Good. Nothing special.
Ducks here.
What's the plan?
I can't sneak past them. I'd like to target the high quad.
You're done. How was that?
That
As long as I can keep this thing
was very good.
Here you go.
There's those.
You're through. What's the situation? Please. Warning.
What did you get hit by?
Status.
Genuinely do not know what somebody... Oh, you're overheating.
Shit. Now initiating emergency pilot ejection.
Not throwing away my shot.
Well, that doesn't really matter that much anymore. Yes,
What's our plan?
we just needed to defend.
Warning.
I thought you were shielded.
17. Status.
I could have sworn I saw a shield over you.
No, no. Now initiating emergency pilot ejection.
Don't waste any chances. What's the plan?
How far can we go with the EMP surrounding? Not very.
Don't let up.
I need you to move, Sekigahara.
Keep it together.
There is really no good place for me to stand, huh? Just get over here, I guess. That's actually even worse.
Let's go, Natsuno. I need to think.
Thanks. My turn now.
Maybe? Okay. That took a big chunk out of the terminal. Oh. That'll at least get rid of a decent chunk of some of these missiles.
Good. They're targeting his place. How's the Sentinel?
No way for me to... Oh, not far enough. Nope. There's no other way for me to... Yeah, no. Okay, that's fine. I'll make do.
You're done.
Oh, I pushed him out of the way, dang it.
Did that do it? Next move.
Coming over here, buddy.
Sentinel number 22. Transmitted. Active now, then.
Multi-lock missiles. Go here.
How's this?
That was enough to get rid of those two.
Target destroyed.
What to do? I'll take them down quick. Sentinel number 14. Transmitted. Activate what to do.
Nowhere near close enough.
What's the situation? Number 14. Beginning movement.
Yeah.
Not throwing away my shot. Now,
Be going.
take that!
There we go.
Threat suppressed.
Termination of enemy signals confirmed. Aegis activated. Terminal closure complete. Surrounding 2-kilometer area now fully secure. Ending technical analysis. Aegis worked. The terminal's closed off.
What's wrong, Ryoko? Are you alright? You're not hurt somewhere, are you?
No, just tired, that's all.
Hey, don't try to cozy up to Ryoko-san. She's not your girlfriend anymore.
Wait, Gojo-senpai and Shinonome-senpai dated?
They did?
I fail to see how that's relevant, Sekigahara. Yes. For about half a year during middle school. We split before we graduated.
But why? I don't remember.
It was her idea, and so was the breakup, though I couldn't tell you the reason. My guess is you were the reason. The point is, stop bothering Ryoko-san.
Akun?
Okay. I failed to see how that's important, but okay. Oh my gosh, that was atrocious. Absolutely horrible.
All we can do is keep fighting.
Tactics drill for Keitaro. Too slow, buddy, for Yuki. Saw that coming from A. C. Really? That's a C? I'd given that thing a D if I could have. Not an F, because we technically passed, but that's a D in my book. That's horrible. Clear without a sentinel beam. Yeah, we didn't even complete that. That one's definitely going to have to be one we come back to. Hopefully, none of the others are anywhere near that bad. We need a lot of upgrades. And no, we will not progress to the next wave. Holy. That is hard. I like it. That was absolutely insane. I have no idea how I'm going to get better besides simply upgrading the armaments we have. Simply dealing more damage. Clearly the Sentinel upgrades are not the way to do that. It's not just like little by little go and do that. That has to be, we have 100,000 at our disposal, we're going to dump it all into one Sentinel. Because when we're working with several hundreds, a difference of +2 or whatever is not going to make a difference. Unless an enemy was hanging on with 1 or 2 health, it's not going to make a difference. So we need other ways to go and deal with them. And I think it's going to be just massive upgrades over the time by leveling and stuff like that. So this one's going to be definitely have to be one that we revisit much later. It's not going to be like the previous ones where we, oh, we got it, let's just go back to it and rework it with just maybe 1 or 2 different Sentinels. No, this is going to have to be a total rework of our strategy and a giant boost to our stats, which I like. I like that. Still, it doesn't feel impossible. It doesn't feel like I'm going to have to grind for it either, which I really, really like. But for now, I think that's going to be it for today. Allow me to switch over to the end screen. Here we go. There we go. Man, that battle was tough. I don't think any of the other battles, even the... Yeah, no, there wasn't a single other battle that we struggled that much with. That was rough. They're really kicking up the difficulty if it's going to remain that way for the rest of the game. And if so... Alright then. I don't think I'm going to need to grind. I don't think I will. But I will definitely have to come back to those after I've leveled up and upgraded on a lot of stuff like that. I will definitely be one that we come back to much later. Which I'm happy with. I'm happy for this difficulty spike. I always enjoyed those battles where it put me at an A or whatever because I was just barely not good enough to go and get it. I enjoyed this one a lot as well. I enjoy it because I was just barely not able to go and pull out the win. But it was possible, and it felt possible the whole time. Which is good. I really like that. Can't believe we got locked again though. That means that the next time that we play this, it's going to be mostly just battles. Which is a bit scary, based on the results of this one. But that's fine. That's cool. That's fine. But, I think with all that, I'm going to call it here today. I'd like to apologize for the giant BRB we had. I simply had to go and get something very important done. Need to make sure that it was done right, that everything was set and ready to go, because it caused a lot more problems down the line if we didn't get it done. It's just a bit unfortunate that it was done right then and there. I didn't expect it to be done right then and there. I expected it to be, well, not during this time. If you're a VOD watcher and you're still here, 1, thank you. 2, that will probably be cut out. If it's left in, let me know. If it's not, then we're good. It's about a 30-minute section of just BRB, so I apologize for that. But regardless of that, if you still enjoyed what you saw today, feel free to leave a follow. Nice and easy way to say, hey, I like what you're doing, keep up the good work. It's also a nice and easy way to get notifications. So if you want to see whenever I go live, feel free to leave a follow on Twitch or Twitter, as you can get notifications the instant I go live. In both of those ways, you won't have to miss a thing. Notifications will also help you know when I'm streaming, as my schedule right now is a bit chaotic, and will likely be chaotic for the next little while. If you're interested in seeing any of my past content, for example, all of the story that we have done up to this point, we're almost at the end, so I highly suggest you catch up if you're new. Feel free to check out my YouTube channel. It's where I have been uploading VODs. You can catch out all my reads and stuff there. All of my streams there. If you're new here and you don't know what I normally do, I tend to play a lot of RPG games like this. I absolutely love RPGs. But I also play the occasional random game on the side. For example, I've recently been getting back into Heat Signature. It's a ton of fun. I highly suggest you check it out, whether it be you play it yourself, or you check out my past streams of it. Just been playing a lot of roguelikes recently. I've also played Kirby and the Forgotten Lands. We've been 100% of that with the exception of the gacha characters. And I did a blind playthrough on hard difficulty of Triangle Strategy. So you can feel free to check that out too. Those are some of the recent things that I've done. Regardless if I choose to show your support though, it means a lot to me and I greatly appreciate it. And I hope you all have a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it happens to be wherever you are. And I hope to see you all again later. Thank you for hanging out.